The sky that night already describes the archetype of the other person involved. The descendant of the disappearance chart, the angle that rules the perpetrator, was in Aries with Neptune and Saturn right on the descendant. Neptune rules camouflage, masks, blending into shadows. Saturn adds coldness, control, the ability to restrict and confine. When Neptune and Saturn fuse on the descendant, the chart describes someone concealed yet controlled. Fog and force working together. That is the signature of someone who does not want to be seen and who has the capacity to disappear. Someone who can hide behind a composed exterior. Neptune veils the identity while Saturn holds the situation in place, describing someone whose emotions stay sealed off while control of the environment is carefully maintained. At the same time, transit Mars and Pluto were sitting directly on her Sun in Aquarius. Mars is confrontation. Pluto is overpowering force. When both converge on the Sun, her life force itself is under pressure. This is intensity aimed at the center of a person. And the ruler of her Sun, Uranus, was in the 8th house, the house of irreversible transformation and death. Uranus brings shock, sudden rupture and violence with zero negotiation. And it was sitting on Lachesis, the marker of life's measured thread. When Uranus activates Lachesis from the 8th, the symbolism is severe. Sudden disruption tied to endings. Then it tightens further. Her Requiem asteroid, the marker of mourning and funerals, was making contact with the transit descendant, the angle of the other person involved. Her death signature touching the perpetrator angle. That is not casual timing. That is entanglement. Her ending symbolism woven directly into the archetype of the other. Her Atropos, the cutter of the life thread, was conjunct the transit vertex that night. The vertex is fated encounter energy. When Atropos meets the vertex, the symbolism is finality crossing destiny, a turning point that does not unwind. And the moon that night was conjunct her natal Pluto in Leo, pulling the emotional atmosphere into underworld territory. Leo is ruled by the Sun, and the transiting Sun was sitting on her finale asteroid, the marker of endings, lighting up symbolism tied to closure. The sky that night does not look simple. It looks heavy. It looks final. And it carries symbolism that is very hard to ignore.